So I am making clean pesto. Really versatile. You can use it in salads. You can use it on mixed vegetables. You can use it on gluten-free wraps. You can use it as a little, almost like a dip for vegetables, like you would hummus. And I'm making this with basil from the farmer's market and cashews. You can use any nut. You can use walnuts. You can use pecans. You can use Brazil nuts. You can use seeds. You can use hemp seeds. You could use sunflower seeds. You could use pumpkin seeds. So basically I have a cup of nuts or seeds or whatever you're using in the food processor, and then you take the basil and you can shred it. You can use it just as it is, throw the leaves in. Probably a cup, roughly a cup. You can also use arugula, or you can use dandelion greens. You could use spinach. You could use kale. You can make really interesting variations on a pesto with different nuts and seeds and different greens. Nutritional yeast. And you don't need very much, maybe like 2 tablespoons, I would say. I just usually kind of sprinkle some in. It's to take the place of the Parmesan that's normally in pesto. So sprinkle a little bit in, and then a little bit of Celtic or real sea salt, any kind of real sea salt, just a bit. And then you can use any kind of oil you want. You could use olive oil, obviously organic, cold pressed. You could also use coconut oil. It would give it a little bit of a different flavor. I don't highly recommend that. Olive oil is probably the best bet. You could also use flax oil. And again, you don't want very much, just enough to sort of make the food processor turn and blend. You can also use water to thin it if you don't want the heavy oils, because there's a lot of oils already in the nuts. So I would just start with a little tiny drizzle, and then I'm going to go ahead and blend it up. So right now, the way it is, it's really chunky. It's kind of granular. It's a little bit sticky. So it's kind of a nice, it doesn't actually need that much more liquid, just maybe a little bit more olive oil. And I might actually put a little bit of water in just to sort of thin it out a little bit as well. So there's the olive oil. And just a little bit of water, not very much. And that's perfect. I just needed a tiny, tiny bit, because now it's sticking to the side and it's liquidy. You can see that. It's that sort of, oh, it looks like pesto. Exactly like it. And you can make it as chunky or as thin as you want. This is good. It's pretty much perfect. It's a little bit sticky, not too watery, not too much liquid. It's a really good consistency, and it tastes perfect. And you can adjust the salt. You can add some fresh ground pepper, put a little lemon juice in. But basically, nuts or seeds, basil or whatever green you're using, olive oil, and nutritional yeast, and it tastes, you can't tell the difference between Parmesan, store-bought pesto, and it tastes like it's right out of the garden, which is how we're supposed to be eating. So actually, one of my favorite things to do with this is to steam a bunch of vegetables, especially anything from the farmer's market, anything local in season, or boil some like turnips, vegetables like that, and then you coat them in pesto. Just toss them up like a big salad, almost like a potato salad, but obviously without the white potatoes. And then you mix the pesto in, and it's just absolutely incredible. So enjoy. Thank you.